Incredible.
Wow.
People who are pagan and going to worship these basically low tier beings, and
You want to go with this tiny jinn?
That's what I'm saying.
Over
that was created.
Allah?
That was also created by God, just like we are.
Han Meditations.
Hey guys, as you can see, I have all these journals. The link will be in the description. Hello guys, I am Han. This is Kelly.
Hi everyone.
We are Han Meditations. We're back with another interesting video. Now, find somewhere comfortable to sit and watch. Get yourself a tea, a coffee, whatever you like to drink, and be comfortable, and let's get right into it together.
يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي
Who is Allah? We want to refresh our iman. We want to be attached to our Creator. We want to fear nobody but Him. We want to please none other than Him. So who is Allah? Come with me to Surah Al-Hadid, chapter 57 of the Quran, where Allah, He says, introducing Himself to us, لَهُ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. He is Allah who has the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. يُحْيِي وَيُمِيتُ. He alone is the one who gives life and death. وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And He is able to do whatever He wishes. يُسَبِّحُ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Everything in the heavens and the earth glorify Allah, and He is the most mighty, the most wise. Ya Allah, هل تعلم له سمية? Do you know anybody who shares even one of these characteristics with Allah? Who is Allah? Come with me to chapter 6 of the Quran, Surah Al-An'am. Allah says, وعنده مفاتيح الغيب وعنده مفاتيح الغيب لا يعلمها إلا هو. He has the keys to the unseen. No one knows them except Him. ويعلم ما في البر والبحر. And He knows everything that is on land and everything that is within the sea. وما تسقط من ورقة إلا يعلمها. And there isn't a single leaf that falls from any tree except that Allah has knowledge of it. ولا حبة في ظلمات الأرض. And there isn't even a grain within the darknesses of the land. ولا رطب ولا يابس. Nor is there anything moist or anything that is solid إلا في كتاب مبين. Except that Allah has knowledge of it. It is written within a clear record. La ilaha illallah. We bring to your attention, dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the description of just one of Allah Almighty's creation. He is an angel, the chief of the angels, Angel Jibreel alayhi salatu wassalam. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam saw him in his true angelic form. Ahmad narrates in his Musnad that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, the companion, he said, رأى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم جبريل في صورته. رأى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم جبريل على صورته. له 600 جناح كل جناح منها قد سد الأفق. يسقط من جناحه من التهاويل والدر والياقوت ما الله به عليم. He says the Prophet ﷺ saw Angel Jibreel in his true angelic form, and he had no less than 600 wings, and every one of those wings was huge enough to fill the horizon and cover the skies. One wing spread out covers every cloud, covers every star, covers the sun and the moon, covers every inch of that blue sky that we see. One wing. What then can you make of 600 wings? And if this is the majesty of just one of Allah Almighty's creation, what then can you make of the beauty and the majesty of the Creator Himself? La ilaha illallah. I bring to your attention, dear brothers and sisters, yet a second creation from Allah Almighty. This is the description of one of the angels who are carrying the throne of Allah. Abi Dawood narrates in his Sunan on the authority of Jabir that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, أذن لي أن أحدث عن ملك من ملائكة الله من حملة العرش ما بين شحمة أذنه وعاتقه مسيرة 700 عام. He said عليه الصلاة والسلام, Allah has given me permission to give you, O Muslims, a description of just one of the angels that are carrying the throne of Allah. He said the distance between his earlobe and his shoulder is the distance of 700 years worth of travel. If that is the distance between his ear and his shoulder, a hand span of a distance for us human beings, what then about the size of the rest of this angel? What then about the enormity of the rest of his body? If this is the size of one of the angels who are carrying the throne of Allah, what then about the enormity of the throne of Allah itself? And if this is the size of the throne of Allah, what then about the Lord and the King of the throne? Allah asks, أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَسْجُدُ لَهُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Don't you see, O people, that everything in the heavens and the earth prostrates to Allah? وَالشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ, and so does the sun, and so does the moon. وَالنُّجُومُ وَالْجِبَالُ, and so do the stars, and so do the mountains. وَالشَّجَرُ وَالدَّوَابُ, and so do the trees, and so do the moving creatures. وَكَثِيرٌ مِّنَ النَّاسِ, and so do many people. وَكَثِيرٌ حَقَّ عَلَيْهِ الْعَذَابُ, and many people will be punished. Ya Allah. Isn't that amazing? From all of creation that's in existence, they are all in submission, all in sujood to Allah, whether we see it or realize it or not. And the only exception is a minority who happen to be from the weakest of all creation. He is man. He and the jinn, they refuse.
Incredible.
Wow. I mean, really think about what he's saying here. I mean, number one, this guy is one of the best hype men of all time, because he's just going and going, praising the Lord, praising God, you know, and I like that. So it said, Allah has all the keys to the unseen. He is the most wise. He is the most high, everything. And whenever he talked about the angel, I remember hearing about that before, about 700 years from the ear to the shoulder of travel. In the video we said before, it actually said a bird traveling. So if a bird was just flying, they'd fly from 700 years from the ear to the shoulder. But one of the interesting things is that I might have missed the first time was he said it's one of the angels that are carrying the throne of Allah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's like a metaphorical throne. So because, he's the creator of everything. He is, it's God. Mm-hmm. So he's everywhere and he didn't really need a specific throne, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
I remember we watched The Throne of Allah, but it was a little while ago. I am a little blurry on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but in my perspective, it's like Allah is so great that, it would make sense if he had like a throne of Allah to show himself to certain beings that are worthy of seeing him in a certain way, because, it gets so complicated.
Yeah, I think it's like metaphorical, because if you think about it, like if this angel carries the throne of Allah, what is a throne? That's like representing the royalty and the power and the highest, right? So maybe it's like, since this angel is the messenger of God, because God isn't going to come down, but this angel will, and kind of represent through being the messenger of God, kind of represent that royalty and that throne of God.
I wonder how it's interpreted.
Yeah.
But it said one of the angels. So it could be 2 angels holding it. It could be 1,000.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It could be 1,000,000 angels.
Yeah,
You don't really know how big it is. The throne is.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can do a video looking into that even more. But that's one of the most interesting things that we've seen yet and heard, because it just tells you how great God is.
Yeah, I mean, describing those wings and everything, I was just totally getting chills hearing that. But it just really makes me think, it's like, wow, like it says, you know, God is the one who literally gives us life and death, holds all the keys to the unseen. And I always just go like, wow, it's just, I think about, I guess, essentially like people who are pagan and going to worship these basically low tier beings. And I just always think like, it just feels crazy to me to go and worship this being who maybe has a little bit of power on earth, but like, what is really earth? You know what I mean? Yeah. Out of billions, trillions of planets, like why our planet is nothing compared to God ruling this entire universe, every single dimension. It's like, you can open yourself up to all that, but you're choosing to just go with a little earthly being.
You know, it's tiny. Like, you want to go with this tiny jinn. Yeah. You want to go with this tiny jinn.
That's what I'm saying.
Over
like, that was created. That was also created by God, just like we were. So
you go with a tiny jinn over Allah, bro.
Even like our sun, yeah, of course our sun is powerful, but think of how many suns are out there.
Nah, I'm not going with the jinn, man.
Never.
You want to go with the jinn, go with the jinn, man. I'm going with the law, man. I'm not going with the tiny jinn, man. That's crazy work, bro. You're going with the tiny jinn. That's diabolical. That's crazy. That's nasty. That's why
it's like the number one sin, right?
That's nasty work, bro. You choosing a tiny jinn over Allah. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you to all the people that donate to the channel. We've been working so hard for you guys, even if it's 1 penny, $1, $100. We see every single donation, and it means more to us than you could ever imagine. So thank you guys so much for, you know, even if 1 cent of your hard-earned money means everything to us. Let's just know we're on the right channel and on the right page. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.